Hi there fellow YouTubers, as promised I'm just going to give you updates all the time as to what I'm doing about the mouse infestation problem I've got in the house. So the latest is I cleared out the gas cupboard and I thought I cannot block the holes up because I want them to come out and go and try and feed on the poison that I'm putting out on all the plastic trays throughout the kitchen. So I cleaned out the gas cupboard again to see if there's any more holes where they're getting in, and there's a couple on the right hand side there, but this is the main hub where they're coming through to. So basically the best way I can combat them is try and catch them where they come to the most, which is definitely in the gas cupboard. Now because I've been in there, tidied up, swept up, had the white foam off the ground, it seems to put them off, because last night I went to bed at 12 o'clock midnight, you know, so I can hopefully drop off to sleep with being so tired. And when I was lying in my bed, no sooner I turned off TV, lights went upstairs, it started, and there was really heavy thuds above my head. So basically, let's get a bit more light in here. I thought, right, I'm going to have to do a little bit more experimentation, and I've been up to open up another cupboard that I wanted to check to see if there's any holes coming down from the ceiling to coming down into the house, because there's another cupboard in my bedroom. So I've just been and pulled everything out, so my house is a mess as usual, and I just wanted to see the top half where it hits the ceiling to see if there's any holes coming down. So this is the cupboard I've just opened up, because everything was stuffed between the wardrobe here. And I had to shift all that so I could get the door open, and the little trap door at the top there. So I just stepped back. Now I've had a look to see if there's any holes in the four corners and just at the top there where the wooden frame is, and I can't see any, so I don't think the mice are coming along to this side of the loft. But because I was lying in bed last night, normally I can hear scurrying around on the left hand side, like along this wall sort of thing. So I'll be lying on my pillow there with my head towards the fireplace wall, which is obviously joins in the loft, I think, to next door's house, and that's where they're coming across the top of the archway where the porch is between me and next door. Because I knocked on the next door and I was talking to the lad John, and he says he can hear scurrying on the night time in the early hours. So they've got the same problem, and he was telling us different things about things being chewed in the kitchen unit. So I thought, right. So they've got it in between both the houses. So I'm just having to go backwards and forwards and looking for different things I can try. But I found now that if you block the holes to try and stop them coming through, all they do is gnaw away at the wood or the plastic. That's what makes the racket, because they're gnawing away to make the hole bigger so they can get back through again, because they're obviously starving. If you block the holes and they're underneath the floorboards and they're not getting back outside to eat, they're going, right, I thought, I'll make a hole bigger so I can get back out. So I've laid most of me poison on just plastic trays in the kitchen, and it's a mix of peanut butter, the crunchy peanut butter. I had some dust on the bottom of the dog's biscuits, plastic bag what they chewed through, and they were nibbling at that. And I mixed it with bicarbonated soda again as usual. And I just mixed it all into like a paste, and I've got a spoon, and I just put spoonfuls of the poison mix that I've made on plastic lids of the trays, and I'm just going to be placing them all over the house. And that's why I've come back upstairs to open this cupboard door, because underneath those curtains that are going there, that's where the three small floorboards are not there, they're missing. So I don't want them jumping up through the floorboards and getting onto the floor in here and start coming to this bedroom and chewing everything again and making a right racket. So, like I showed you before, this is the old system where the water tank used to be up there in the loft, and that's why you've got that one single pipe coming down, which went all the way down through the floorboards and headed downstairs obviously. But that's the old system. This is redundant. But obviously I still had to open it up and get in there to have a look. So in a moment I'm going to be pulling out all those old curtains and bags, try and stop them getting up through little gaps and slow them down as best I can until I get the pest control coming in. So what I've done is I've rang Riverside, the housing association who I'm with, and they're going to get in touch with an environmental health company, and they'll be coming out and going up into the loft, because that's the only place I haven't been yet. But I want to be able to put poison down in places where I can get to dead easy, and then go back and check it to see if it's gone down. And there's the trays that I had down there in the kitchen, and there's my black plastic tub where I was mixed up in with a spoon. So I'm just going to be putting more down on plastic lids and put them underneath the floorboards here, because the pipework, like I say, comes along from the top of the gas cupboard there onto the landing, and the pipes come along underneath the landing there. They must turn left and then turn right a little bit, and then go straight along the floorboards and go into the bottom of this cupboard. And you've also got the pipes from that small radiator there coming across under the floor and coming at it's a big junction here, so this is going to be a good place to put poison, because I'll kill 3 bunches in one. And that's what I'm doing. So I'm changing tactics, like I say. Instead of like blocking the holes, which is ridiculous because they just find other holes, and if they can't get through, they just wait until it's big enough for them all squeeze through again. So I'd rather leave everything open so they can come out into the open and I can poison them a lot easier. Now last night I thought, alright, I'll put that poison down in all 3 or 4 different places, and even me traps that I've getting. And the little darlings have decided not to come out as much as last night, because they can smell my scent, because I've been down on my knees and brushed it all up and touched the white foam that they normally chew on. So it's put them off. So they didn't come out as much last night. But like I say, when I come up here and climbed into bed and lay down, straight away, I mean more or less in 2 minutes, I heard like a thudding up above from the loft area. So like I say, these are the old chimney breasts, these walls here. So obviously where we had the fires in the rooms, this is what the chimney breast would have been. And I think they've nibbled through and gone through between here and next door, or vice versa. And I heard the thudding coming from up there. So it's definitely going to be a loft job now, because they're getting up as high as the loft. So the scurrying ice here on the left hand side was along this wall here, and this is where the pipes, like I say, come off the landing, come along in my bedroom, then go into that cupboard next door. So that's what I used to hear, but not so much now, because when they're on the cushion flooring, you don't hear scutter, scutter, scutter. It's like when they're on wood flooring, or what do you call them? Boards. Alright, so next thing is, like I say, I'm just waiting for a phone call from my housing manageress, Kirsty, and then arrange with her for someone to come out from environmental health, and then they'll be going around everything and putting poison down on different things, and then coming back a couple of days later and monitoring if there's any fishes and waste smells and stuff like that, and see where they normally track along, and if it started dying down, they've started to do their job. But in the meantime, I'm just going to continue doing what I do, so I can hopefully get to sleep. But I was lying on my couch watching my big TV on the fireside wall downstairs there, and I never heard anything at all. Normally on the right hand side, that little grating underneath my computer table, I can hear them scurrying around, but I never heard nothing last night. I thought, I may be going to get a good night's sleep for a change. But like I say, no sooner I turned lights off, turned my TV off, so there's no noise, it's dead quiet, and obviously midnight, it's really quiet anyway. Came up, climbed into bed. Excuse the mess, because I've just shifted everything out this cupboard and between the cupboard and the wardrobe to get in it. So as usual, my house is upside down a mess at the moment till I put it all back. Right, so that's the latest of things that's happening. But yes, once again, my advice is not block the holes, let them run free, but put poison where they easy reach it, and you to keep topping it up. And hopefully after 3 or 4 days of being eating the bicarbonated soda, which bubbles up and creates a load of gas in the stomach, and they can't pass gas, so that intestines just like basically blow up, and that's what kills them. But normally you see dead mice and rats all over the shop, but that's another bad thing about doing it that way, because obviously if you've got a load of dead mice and rats underneath your floorboards and they start rotting, you get that awful smell. So it's an ongoing battle, but I'm going to keep at it. And I went out in the garden yesterday and I found another hole where they're getting in, possibly to get underneath these floorboards here, where my toilet discharge goes out onto the outside wall and above my back door. So I'll go outside now briefly and I'll show you. Wait, I'll just make my way downstairs again slowly. But I've got everything out of cupboards, stuff everywhere. So excuse the mess. I'm just making sure I didn't fall down the bloody stairs. Right. But the good thing about doing what I'm doing, it's given us a good clear out of all stuff that I'll never use, and you know, the things that you hold on to and you store them away, never to be seen again, but you hold on to everything. Right, shut this mouse trap, that's it. Right, so I'll just show you this little hole where I think they're getting as well. So there's your downcomer for the toilet flush through that there, and just where there's a band around it and there's a bit of wood there, that's where the raw plugs would have went in to hold it to the wall so it doesn't blow, because they're only plastic. But there's a big hole where the screws have come out, the raw plugs, so I think they could be getting in there. And there's a tiny little hole just above that as well, so that's going to have to be patched up or put expanding foam in it. And then I'll keep looking all over to see if there's any other places where they might be getting in, because they can climb up anything. I mean, there would be the perfect place, because they would just jump on the plastic pipe and just come right up the plastic pipe and then squeeze through the holes there. But obviously they're not that big at the moment. But if they start gnawing away at them to get in, that's where they'd get in and get into the kitchen units, the back of where the washing machine is. But all this rain that we're getting, the ground is very, 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 very soft. So if they start burrowing like they have been underneath my pathways, it's easy for them to get in. Right, so that's the latest update I can do for you anyway. So now I've just got to wait for the phone call from Kirsty, the area manager for the housing estate I'm on. And then she'll arrange for the environmental health people to come. Right. So now I've just got to go back up and lift those old curtains, get into the floorboards, and then just put 3 of those trays, one in each gap between the main joists where they're going along where the pipes go, towards where the fireside wall is. And then I'll just put everything back and just hope and pray that they'll start taking a bait and the numbers of mice and rats will die down eventually, so that I can get a decent sleep. Right. But like I say, I'll keep you informed, because this is very important to help other people that will probably end up with this problem, because with the colder weather and damp weather, the mice and rats are making more weight to get into people's houses where they're dry and warm, so they can have their nests and bring their young up. Right, so like I say, this is right. So I'll pull up these curtains, and like I say, I'll be able to get into the floorboards where they go left under my bed, right under my spare single bed here, and left coming from the top of the stairs here, underneath the landing floor. Right, so I'll bring it back. Bye for now. Right, so I'm back with a bit of a continuation from where I left off. I've pulled out the old curtains and bits of stuff that I had across where I can't get to lie them flat, so I've got to stuff things in between the copper pipes there. And now that I've come back into the cupboard, I'm just looking to see if there's any other places. And I've just realised that this wall at the back is the wall where it'll go into above the porch, the archway. So this wall pretty much joined across the top of that. Now, when I first came in here and tidied up, I pushed this red, very thin mesh net curtain, and I pushed it right under the floorboards. and obviously it's been moved and it's been pushed forward into the open again, so that proves that they're coming along this bit here from the window. So the pipes go in that direction underneath this bed and go under the floorboards to that radiator over there. So you've got pipes going along that one on this side. That's where I put the plastic tub with poison in it, and that one there, all the pipes is going down and going along underneath my bed where my head rests, and then the other one is going along where that bit of a gap there on the left, and that's where the pipes will be going along, just to the left of my bed, and that's why I can hear scurrying along there. And so they'll go along, come along to my doorway of my bedroom, then they'll probably do a left turn and then just continue along and go down underneath the stairs towards the gas cupboard underneath. So these is all the things I'm doing, tracing them along. But like I say, this cupboard's redundant. It's only that cold water pipe coming down from where the water tank used to be up in the loft. But there's quite a big hole where the pipe's coming through, so obviously that's big enough for them to just drop through and just climb down the pipe and come all the way down here. There's another one up there in the right hand corner where you can see there's damp, because obviously the water from the tank would have been getting out, escaping at some point in time, and that's why they've had to come back in this cupboard. And you see all the burn marks where they've resoldered the pipe so there's no leaking. I don't know what the hell that silver thing is on the wall. It looks like you hang something in it. Right, so I'm going to get back down now, and I'm going to pull out that plastic tray what I put in there earlier with a mix of flour, bicarbonated soda, and because they're supposed to like the bicarbonated soda because it's salty and they like salt. But I'm just going to use the magic ingredient, and that's crunchy nut peanut butter, or something to do with cocoa chocolate or chocolate peanut butter and things like that. Just anything like that, but I'm using crunchy nut peanut butter at the moment for me poison mix with what was left of the crumbs of the dog biscuits on the bottom of the bag. Just mix it all up in that black container. Where is it? Here. And because I'm putting the poison on the top of the plastic lids, I can just save the bean here, scurrying through it and then eating it, because it'll just go down and down and down to nothing left. Because the hungry little buggers never stop, especially the mothers, because obviously when they've given birth to the young, they'll be hungry. Right, so like I say, excuse the mess, because I've had to pull everything out of my cupboards to do this bloody charade. Right, so I'm going to close up this cupboard now, put everything back on top of the skirting boards, and then push these set of drawers against the panel so they can't get through here underneath the floor. Just a temporary stop for them. So I didn't want them scurrying around on top of the floorboards here, on the wooden floor, because you'll never get to sleep, because it'll be like tap dancing. Right, so that'll do for now. Just that's another update for you. I'll let you know what happens when I get in touch with Kirsty from the housing manager, and then the environmental health, and I'll make another update later on to let you know what's going on. So bye for now.